Good morning. It's Sunday, and I have been painting and working on some more of my projects and creative endeavors. And I wanted to upload a video here of an observation that I am seeing in a larger context, not just in my own life, but also across the globe. And I wanted to kind of share some of my thoughts on it. And maybe if you find yourself in this scenario, this will help you to truly just keep focusing and moving forward on your goals and your dreams, and just remind you that in the process of changing your life, the structures and the relationships even and the dynamics that must fall away from you in order for you to truly live the life that you're wanting. Sometimes those structures are things that we downplay, that we don't think are really as important as they are to change. And what I'm talking about is what I've observed is, all these different, political figures, and even within like local government, people's masks being exposed or torn off, ripped off, removed, and there's a desire within humanity to just tear these people down and just go all at them with claws, not realizing that exposure is happening not just to one small sect or group of people, it's happening to everyone, for people to wake up to their own pretensions and delusions and illusions that they project from their own mental capacity out into the world. And regardless of what environment or dynamic that you're in, for example, when you hear of someone that has maybe had a fall from grace, in the sense that you thought this person was doing really well, and then you hear that, they were arrested, or they're now going through a divorce, or just something very unpleasant and uncomfortable is unfolding in their life. The people that are talking about that type of experience, when they start to see that you hang back from that, you will automatically become the target of their gossip. You will automatically become the target of their mindless, idle conversations. And sometimes these people will even attempt to be buddy-buddy with you to find out what is truly going on, because you likely are already holding back from conversations with these people. And knowing that they are not your friends, they are not friendly to you, they're just looking for dirt or something untoward about you, so that they have something else to talk about, because, what better thing can they do but talk about other people, because they're obviously not focusing on what is in front of them in their life, and that's not what they want to do. So they would rather project all their instabilities onto other people and then evidence it by what's unfolding in that person's life, when it truly has nothing to do with them and everything to do with that person who is having that experience, maybe making choices that are better for them than they've made in the past. And so things are falling away to come together in a better foundation for them. And when you see that, it's wise to support and encourage people that are making those hard choices, even if you never speak it to the person. But one of the ways that you can encourage them and support the choices that they're making in a positive way is to really evaluate if you want to be a part of a conversation that's talking about how they have downgraded in life, or how, oh yeah, well now the truth is known. You don't know that. You know, it's just always wiser, and it's quite immature emotionally and very adolescent type of behavior to be so focused on somebody else's life that you have to talk about it rather than be focused on whether or not your bills are being paid on time, whether or not you have food on your table, whether or not you are using too much of your credit, if you're actually paying your debts off, if you're actually showing up in your life in a way that cements a better foundation for you than what you've had in the past. And when you do that, it's just better off for you. But I just want to remind you that you are always going to come across people that you not investing in idle, childish, immature behavior is going to absolutely be offensive to them. Not because what you're doing is offensive, but because they are offended that you will not take part in their childish antics and games, and that you don't think that it's worth your time to waste your time talking about another person. And, that to me is a sign of a disciplined person that doesn't want to engage in talking about somebody else's downfall. Everyone makes choices, and connected to those choices are ripple effects. And if a person has the capacity to connect the ripple effect of their choice to the choice they made, more power to them. Kudos to them that they're able to connect that they're even willing to connect that, because it takes a very strong-willed and strong-minded person to be willing to do that. It takes a weak person to sit there and gossip about it and talk about it and not be willing to actually say what they just said to that person's face. So, just food for thought. If this, is kind of where you're at, then keep going. Keep focusing on you and let all the little small talk, the childish behavior be what it is. Let those people be stuck on stupid like they are, because it's a choice. It's a conscious choice. It's not an accident. And know that as you focus on yourself, more opportunities are going to open up for you, because people see that you are at peace within yourself. That it doesn't mean that everything is just magical and wonderful, but you're working through stuff. You're building, and you're building in such a way that you have your boundaries up to childish behavior and immature behavior that is just not acceptable and not something that you want to have lingering around you in any capacity. So, all right, have a good day.